Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an awesome life. You know, I'm just easily entertained. My friend and I, Libby, went on a vacation. I took her on one of my retreats, and she and I pretty much laughed the whole time. I mean, it takes very little to entertain us, and it takes very little in life to really be happy. We've just been told we need all the big stuff to be happy. So I have an interesting video today for you. Well, maybe you may not think it's interesting. I thought it was interesting. The question is are you qualified? Are you qualified to teach another? Now, I want to turn it around. I want to ask you if you're going to people who are qualified to teach you what they're teaching. So I can remember going to University of Michigan, and the instructor in my accounting class, the professor, was an accountant for a living. He was very successful, and he taught us. I also have taken courses from professors who have never done a darn thing in the real world to tell us why we should be successful or how we can be successful at what he or she was teaching us. That's sort of ridiculous, isn't it? But that is how our world works. Now, the reason I'm shooting this video is I want you to think about this. I have seen this whole big surge of people that want to be coaches. I think 90%, if not more, of those people have never done what they're teaching. Are you okay with that? You might be okay with that. Maybe they're just great teachers. I don't know about you, but I want to know that if somebody's teaching me, they're qualified on some level. They've got some kind of credentials to show me that they're doing anything that I would like to do. Or they're living their life a way that I would like to live, and that there's actually a formula to that I can put in place, which is obviously there's no perfect formula that creates that. It's much deeper, but they can at least help me, give me the tools to get to that life. And the rest is always up to you, right? So maybe these coaches just have great tools that are teaching people, but I still believe that if you want to be highly successful at anything in life, you got to walk the walk. That's just my belief. I don't believe that somebody can truly be 100% over the moon successful in whatever they're doing unless they have somehow achieved and are living that life on their own. Now, you might see people making a lot of money on stuff, but I also know that there are a lot of people making money off of things they're not living themselves, and they're miserable. So success to me isn't just money. I'm not talking about just money right here. So if there's a whole industry of coaches who are, by the way, paying to learn how to be coaches, so there's a coach getting paid to teach them how to coach, and then they coach people. And a lot of times they're coaching the people on how to be coaches to make money for a living. If we're all coaching each other to be coaches, who's doing the work out there? It just seemed ridiculous to me. And I wanted to shoot this video because I want to just remind you that there are a ton of people out there that are just bold enough to go move forward with the right tools to become whatever they want. You do not have to be the guru. You don't have to be Tony Robbins. You don't have to be Tony Robbins to be wildly successful guru. But if you want to be truly successful, you need, in my opinion, again, this whole channel is about my opinion, or my thoughts, or my beliefs, and my insights. Two things. Get the right tools. Surround yourself with all of the tools that you need to be successful. Do it first class. Don't do some half-cocked thing. And the second thing is, really be what you're doing. So many companies aren't successful because they're truly not doing the good, positive things. let's say you're making something and you're putting a negative ingredient in it. That is a negative vibration and frequency that's going to come back to you. If you're in a company that you don't believe in, that you know is not doing good things, that negativity is going to somehow permeate. Well, it does. It doesn't somehow. It permeates those around it and those who are doing things within the company that they don't feel good about, that they know is wrong. Let's say you have a company that tests on animals. You don't feel good about it, but it's your job, right? You got to make a living. No, we've got to start making clear, responsible decisions to change the world and our own lives. You see, if you take this through your whole core about what you're doing for a living, am I believing, am I living what I'm teaching? Or is it false? Am I teaching people how to be millionaires? And am I teaching people how to, these gurus, be a millionaire overnight, all that's garbage? Or I'm actually living that life and building that life that I'm teaching others to do? Am I at work teaching other people things in something that I truly don't believe? If there is an underlying disbelief or negativity in whatever you're doing in your life, even in a relationship, if you want to truly soar and manifest positive things, it has to be addressed. That is an absolute must, because it's a negative frequency that's permeating whatever that is, whether it's the job, the money, the relationship, whatever. And you're somehow underlying and undermining all of those efforts because you're truly not what you are teaching, or you're not believing what you're teaching, or you're not believing in or feeling good about what you're doing for a living or how you're making your money. When we take that responsibility, this world is going to change in ways, because nobody will work at the crap companies that are doing negative things. They're just going to all walk out. All the good people are going to go and leave and create companies that do positive things. And all of those people who want to do the right thing will work for those people. And they're going to use tools like the internet. You see my internet training pop out here. That's a program that I personally mentor the members that come over on internet training. I did it. I quit a 25-year investment banking career, because no matter how successful I was, it was not at the core of what I was feeling. What we were doing was very positive in many ways, but it was still, there was a whole core of the financial industry that I didn't resonate with, and that was taking its toll on me. You may be feeling health issues because you're just not feeling right about how you're working and living your life. Are you in a relationship that just feels really bad, and maybe you're doing stuff that's not good? Let's say you have an affair because you're so unhappy in your marriage and you justify it, and this feels so good over here. You have got to address these things if you want to get your life in a positive frequency. And be okay. Forgive yourself for doing stupid crap. You're human. But if you don't correct that, it's not good. It's not going to be good for you. You're going to have to learn some lessons. I always say there's neither good nor bad, but do you want to keep learning those lessons? You don't have to. You can correct what is ever happening now. I just had a conversation with somebody about karma. I said, I don't believe karma is something that's carried forward anymore. I think we are releasing it. We're able to deal with it right now. If you handle a situation now, that karma, it's gone. When you rectify a situation, you don't carry that bad thing that you did comes into the next life. If you handle it here, it's gone. It's instantaneous. It's not this carryover thing. Things were carried over because lessons weren't being learned and the frequency of the planet was not raising, and that negative energy was having to be worked out. People were having to overcome this negative energy, and now we're doing it. We're raising the frequency of the planet. It starts with what you're teaching, and if you are just learning how to teach success and you're not success yourself, or what you're teaching. What success could be anything, right? It doesn't have to be money. If you're not living a peaceful life and you're teaching peace, and you're going home and you're going, oh man, you're screaming at your kids and miserable and thinking, oh, I'm not good, and something's going to collapse at some point. And it may not be to the public or in your bank account. It could be just you at the core of your spirituality. It's so important to have everything in alignment. Look at your job, how you're feeling. Maybe you've got a great job, you're just not making enough money, you're miserable, you're just working really hard. Sometimes there's some wonderful businesses out there. See what you can do to rectify that. Can you go to your boss and say, I want a higher paying position. What do I need to do to get that? I used to go to my professors and I'd say, I want to get a 4 in this class. That's an A for those of you who are not American. I want to get an A in this class, a 4. How do I get that? In fact, I want an A++. How do I get that? What extra credit can I do to get that? Do you know what? 9 times out of 10, they would give me something to do, and I got the A. Because I asked, I wanted, what can I do to make this better? What can I do to be best at my class, in this subject? Because I want to be my best. Go to the boss and say, I want to be the best here. How can I be the best? What training do I need? Please give me suggestions. This will blow their minds. Say, I want to be in a higher position. What do I need to do to get that? Let's have this discussion. I don't want to sit in some reviews or whatever. Can I sit down and can you candidly tell me what I need to do to make that money? I want to make the money on management level. Or I want to be in this other position. How do I get there? What do I need to do? Maybe it's courses you need to take, maybe some mentoring, whatever it is. You can change your life. If you're in a relationship that isn't working and you're hurting somebody else, you're ultimately hurting yourself. You have got to get out of it. Staying in that is just chicken. That's you not facing what you're doing and thinking that you can hide it. You cannot hide energy. It is permeating everything. Other people feel it. The relationship feels it. The money feels it. The job feels it. Everything is a reflection of whether or not you are living an authentic, they call it an authentic life. I don't believe that authentic is something different than you. I think you're always your authentic self. Be your authentic self. If you're being a liar and a cheat, that's your authentic self at the time. There's not some other self over there that you are. You are whatever you're choosing now. That's your authentic self. It could be a cheat and a liar. Is there another version of you that exists somewhere? Yeah. Then that's the authentic self that you choose if you go over there. But your authentic self is whoever you're choosing at this moment. That's who you are. That authentic self, authentic to me means you are true to whatever you're believing and thinking at that moment. That's your authentic self. If you don't like what that authenticity is, woo, get out, change it. Are you teaching and being or doing or being taught by things that are not in alignment? Make a decision. Get in alignment with your own frequency. Teach what you are. And if you're not that, be honest about it. Say, hey, I'm so good at teaching this. I have had other people with great success, and I can show you how to do that too. By the way, I'm working on it myself. But I happen to be a great teacher, and you can be truthful by saying, I am the best teacher. I'm not living it myself, but people that come to me have great success. And don't say that unless they have master whatever. And I'm like, tell me what you've done. Well, I'm coaching now. Great. But our world functions like this. It's the we have facades of what we are, and that's why there's all these internet gurus or whatever. You know how they make money? Saying they're internet gurus. And they are now, because they're selling being an internet guru when they're not really doing much of anything. They're not really teaching you anything. Where the membership I'm in, you actually learn how to do this stuff. I mean, you learn how to freaking build websites if you want to. or create any online business. We teach you how to do all that. The rest is up to you. Sorry. You know I always tell you, you got to take responsibility for everything. Oh, my boss, he's not doing this and they're dishonest and blah, blah. Oh, please. Talk to the hand. Then get out. Go find what resonates with you. That is your responsibility. Because now you're creating some negativity in yourself, to your family, your health, your body, to the collective consciousness. No, thank you. I don't really want that in my collective, but it's going in there. Get in alignment. Go to your boss and say, I'm not happy. I don't feel like being treated well. If they don't change anything, maybe you help them. It's probably not likely, but if you do, something might change. Or you say, listen, I need to get out of this. And then you find another trade, you get some training someplace else, you start to change your life and you take responsibility. Quit blaming everybody else. Look at those who are teaching you. Are they really the people you want to learn from? Are they living what they're teaching? Are they being honest and truthful in what they're doing? Is your company or whoever you work for contributing in a positive way? If it is not, there is another way for you. There's another place for you to go work that treats this planet and people in a positive manner. We have that responsibility. Schools, everything. We can take charge and teach our own kids if we need to. There will be no freaking schools. Nobody's going to go to them anymore if they're not doing things right the right way. We'll band together. Parents will start taking turns teaching their own classes at home, 1 day a week. So-and-so teaches this lesson. It can be done. And it's not terrible. It's going to raise the frequency. Everybody's going to be so much happier, authentic, living together in the most incredibly high frequency. Abundance is going to flow. Our prosperity. All of a sudden, we're going to feel good about each other and what we're doing. We start doing positive things and giving to each other and not feeling greedy or that we have to get for ourselves. Be the truth. Be what you're teaching. Make sure you're getting it from what is truthful. Change this planet and your frequency, and everything for you is going to change. It's going to go up in a positive way that's going to blow your mind. Blow your mind. It starts with everything. It can't be fake. Fake it till you make it. The only fake for me that works is smiling when you don't feel like it. Feels good. And then you find yourself smiling because you want to. But to fake something, to try and get something for maybe negative intentions, it's not going to result in you're not going to have a good result. So I brought this up because it's starting to get to be funny for me. It's like all these people, I want to be coach, I'm going to be coach. I'm thinking, so then live a life that other people would want to live and teach them how to do it. That's a coach for me. That's a coach. Then maybe you go get the tools and learn how to do that. Put an online course. I'm putting online courses and stuff. Do that in every part of your life. What you get it from, what you give it to. Because you're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. That is from the Master Key System. It healed somebody who was going to die at a very young age, and it has healed other people. Add your own to that. Prosperity, abundance, love, peace, joy. It's all yours. You get to choose. It's a reality that exists right now. You don't have to attract it. It's here right now. You just shift into it. Namaste.